I wanted to tell you a story about a time that I called a cold call on a property that had been expired that I was trying to get my hands on. And in this particular moment, the gentleman answered the phone and said, "Sure, I'd like you to come over and give me an evaluation of my house and let me know what it might be worth." And I said, "Fine, no problem." He said, by the way, I want to let you know that we're naturalists." Well, I thought, okay, they don't watch TV and they eat fruits out of their own garden. So I didn't bother to look up what naturalist was. And those of you who know what a naturalist is probably already cracking up at what the next couple of sentences are going to provide to you. Anyhow, I went into the appointment and there was a brick in front of the gate. It was a private community and he had a gate inside of a gate. And there was a brick there, and I opened it, walked in, knocked on the door. True story. The man opens the door and he's butt naked. That's right, completely naked. Well, being the professional that I am, I walked on in, said, "Hi, my name is James, and glad to meet you." Obviously, I'm trying not to look down. It's kind of hard to look down. I don't go that way, but, if someone's naked in front of me, I don't know, it's kind of hard to make eye contact, you know what I'm saying? Anyhow, I went in there, went through the presentation, talked to him, and he said, "Go ahead and set your stuff down over there." And I set it down, and he came back out, and we were talking, and I came to the conclusion that he wasn't the actual homeowner, he was the friend of the homeowner. Beautifully decorated, by the way. I mean, this thing had just gorgeous decorating. Anyhow, I was a man friend of this man who owned the house. Well, the guy wasn't there. So here I am standing naked in a house with no prospect for a listing. And it was kind of awkward, kind of odd. I went through the appointment and, played it cool. Actually, I do remember a moment where I was holding my presentation manual just about so high so that I didn't have to have that uncomfortable conflict of being able to glance down at. Anyhow, I went through the presentation, left, called him up a couple days later and wanted to know if he was interested in selling his house and I'd like to apply for the job. He had told me that he came to the conclusion that I wasn't very comfortable with his nudity and that he's going to go with someone more comfortable. And my first response was to tell him, "Hey, look, if you're going to have a problem with people being uncomfortable with your nudity, I'm assuming you're expecting to show the house in the nude. I'm not sure too many people are going to join you on that ambition. But I tell you what, if I was uncomfortable with the situation, would I be calling you right now looking for the appointment?" Anyhow, I called my dad and let him know about the appointment. He wanted to know, if anything funny went down, and nothing funny. The guy was straight edge. There was no uncomfortableness except for the part where he's completely naked. So I'd say about a year later after that experience, I came across the phone number, and I didn't remember it was the same place, same guy. And when he answered the phone, he said, "I want to let you know before you come out that we're naturalists." And right then it clicked. I said, "You know what? This is James Festini with Century 21. I was just there last year, and you didn't hire me, and it didn't sell. Now I'm ready to get back in the game. Let's do this thing." And he said, "Okay, no problem. Come on over." And I said, "Look, this time, though, you've got to make sure the homeowner's there. I mean, I'm not just going over there to talk to you while you stand there naked. I need to get this thing done." Anyhow, he assured me everything would be fine, and I showed up at the house, same thing, same place, same brick under the gate, holding it open for me to climb on through. And I went into the house, and sure as hell, the guy was standing there, butt naked again, same gentleman, naked as heck. And, I was ready for it this time. I was prepared. I mean, I actually kind of joked and, called a few friends before and let them know where I was headed with this. And as soon as I went into the house, he said, "Go ahead and put your stuff over there on the table and on the chair, and I'll be right out." So I'm thinking, okay, no problem. I put my briefcase down and stood there, and he came back out and he goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "What do you mean? Where's the homeowner? What's going on?" And he said, "No, when I said put your stuff there, I meant for you to put your clothes there. And that's where I said, whoa, whoa, whoa now. Do you really think I'm going to get naked for this listing? And beyond that, do you really think that I'm going to ask everyone who shows this home to get naked? I don't know what kind of... I said, where's the homeowner? He goes, well, he's not here right now. I said, you got to be kidding me. I go, look, this is the second time I came out. The second time I've had to be watching a naked man during my presentation, which I'm totally fine with naked men. Whatever, you get naked, all right? But to ask me to take off my clothes, I don't know. So anyhow, I closed out that appointment with a thank you very much, and we'll keep in touch. And there was actually an office meeting out at the office that day, and I stood up, and everyone said, do you have any plugs and wants? And I stood up and I let the office know that anybody who's willing to get naked for a listing presentation and a listing, I've got a great referral for you here. Well, everyone got a kick out of that. And my dad actually stood up and he goes, son, did you take off your shirt this time at least? Anyhow, no, needless to say, I did not take off my shirt. I might have loosened my tie just a little bit, but that's only out of uncomfortableness, not out of my need to get this listing appointment.